I have noticed since the pandemic happened that, and I've read many articles, drinking has increased because people are home drinking. I read an article that said that there's 20% more people that are struggling with substances because they're drinking more from home. But one of the things that's happened to many of us, I wish I was one of these gym rats, but some of the resources we normally had, like gym, people that were really losing it because they couldn't go to the gym. But many of the resources that we normally had that we didn't really think about disappeared. And then what happens for lawyers, we're such advocates that our minds, our voices in our heads take positions. We're like, we can make arguments on one side or another of everything. So we have a lot of black and white thinking. And many of us have this idea that everything's messed up and it's never going to change. And that can really give us a perspective of hopelessness. And I just want to say it's a good time to look at thinking habits right now, because the kinds of thoughts that help us to be good lawyers, thinking skills, are also the same things that can give you bad mental health. So taking a position, black and white thinking, all or none thinking, catastrophizing, these are all skills that are wonderful when you're writing an appellate brief to make everything look one way. But when you're weaving that into your life and you see all these problems, I just want to make mention of a tool that can offset that is a gratitude practice. If you find yourself noticing everything that's screwed up, just take a few days. You could do a 10-day, you could do a 1 week. I highly recommend trying to do it for 2 weeks, but just to think of 3 things a day that you're glad to have in your life. There's a lot of research that shows an increase in happiness of 25% in one study by doing this, because for lawyers, we can start seeing, from law school on, we're trained to spot problems. And at a time when there are lots of problems, it can kind of validate, there's nothing going well. And so I encourage people right now to try to think about trying out a gratitude journal.